Introduction to How to Deal with Childhood Trauma. In our lives, we all carry stories that shape who we are. Some of these stories include beautiful memories that bring smiles to our faces, while others hold pain and challenges we struggled with when we were too young to fully understand them. This book, How to Deal with Childhood Trauma, serves as a compassionate companion for anyone navigating the effects of these difficult experiences. Whether you've known trauma personally or care for someone who has, this guide offers you understanding, healing, and empowerment. In simple and relatable language, this book shines a light on the often misunderstood and overlooked impact of childhood trauma. It's an exploration of how these early experiences can imprint on our minds, influence our behaviors, and shape our identities into adulthood. But more importantly, it is a testament to human resilience and the possibility of transformation. Why read this book? Here, you will discover the holistic power of mind, body, and spirit working in harmony to overcome the obstacles of the past. Grounded in empathy and science, it provides you with practical strategies to 1. Understand your story. Gain insight into trauma's subtle yet profound effects on your life, and uncover the ways it may manifest in your thoughts, emotions, and relationships. 2. Cultivate awareness. Learn techniques to become more mindful of your triggers and responses, giving you the power to pause, reflect, and choose a healthier path forward. 3. Embrace healing. Step-by-step guidance on emotional healing that fosters a sense of safety and inner peace, while allowing you to let go of guilt and shame tied to your past. 4. Build resilience. Discover how to cultivate self-compassion and courage, empowering you to face challenges with strength and grace. 5. Create a new narrative. Find tools to reframe your story, tapping into the capacity to heal and create a fulfilling life, not defined by past traumas, but enriched by overcoming them. With each chapter, you will meet real-life examples and exercises that inspire reflection and self-growth. It's about more than overcoming. It's about thriving, embracing the full spectrum of life, and rewriting your story with hope and possibility. How to Deal with Childhood Trauma isn't just a book. It's an empowering resource designed to uplift, motivate, and guide you on a journey of understanding and healing. Together, we will embark on a path towards reclaiming your power, building a meaningful future, and ultimately realizing that trauma doesn't define you, but can indeed be transformed into a source of strength. Your new chapter begins here. Chapter 1. Understanding Childhood Trauma. Childhood is a time of wonder, play, and discovery. It's when we learn how to trust, form bonds, and see the world in bright, hopeful colors. But for some, childhood is clouded by darker experiences that stay with them long into adulthood. This is what we call childhood trauma. What is childhood trauma? Childhood trauma refers to any emotionally painful or distressing experience that a child might encounter. It can take many forms. Some trauma is the result of a one-time event, like an accident or natural disaster. Other types may be due to ongoing situations, such as abuse, neglect, or growing up in a chaotic or unstable home. It's important to note that what might be traumatic for one child may not be for another. Trauma is deeply personal and can vary greatly from person to person. Different forms of childhood trauma. 1. Physical abuse. This involves causing physical harm to a child. It leaves marks on the body, but its emotional scars can be much deeper. 2. Emotional abuse. Words can hurt just as much as fists. Emotional abuse includes criticizing, threatening, or ignoring a child to the point that they feel worthless or unloved. 3. Neglect. Neglect occurs when a child's basic needs for food, shelter, clothing, education, and medical care are not met. More than the absence of necessities, it is the absence of love and attention. 4. Sexual abuse. This highly sensitive and damaging form of abuse involves any sexual act with a child, and can lead to long-lasting emotional damage. 5. Bullying. Whether in school or online, bullying by peers can lead children to feel scared and isolated, impacting their self-esteem and trust in others. 6. Household dysfunction. Growing up in a home where there is substance abuse or where parents are going through separation or constant conflict can cause significant stress to a child. How trauma manifests over time. The impact of childhood trauma doesn't simply vanish as children grow up. It can manifest in various ways throughout life. Fear and anxiety. Constant worry and fear can accompany individuals well into adulthood, leading to anxiety disorders. Difficulty trusting others. Those who are let down by trusted adults often struggle to build and maintain healthy relationships. A low self-esteem. Believing they are unworthy or unlovable is a common feeling among trauma survivors. Chronic physical issues. Problems such as headaches, stomach pain, and fatigue are often linked to past emotional distress. Emotional outbursts. People with unresolved trauma might find themselves overreacting to situations or having sudden mood swings. Avoidance of conflict or stress. Often seeking to avoid conflict can lead to missed opportunities or unresolved problems, as these individuals fear confrontation. Recognizing the signs. It is essential to recognize signs of unresolved childhood trauma, either in ourselves or others. These signs may include a persistent feeling of sadness, unexplained anger, especially when unrelated to the situation at hand, substance abuse, difficulty in forming relationships, and recurrent nightmares about past events. Recognizing these signs is the first step towards healing. Understanding that these reactions, habits, and patterns were survival mechanisms developed to cope during those early years provides a foundation for growth beyond trauma. In the chapters to come, we will further explore how to recognize and break free from these patterns, build resilience, and create a healthier, happier life. Remember, the road to healing is a journey, not a sprint. Together, we can learn to transform trauma into a source of strength and wisdom. Chapter 2. The Mind-Body Connection. Imagine for a moment that your body is like a tree. Just like a tree needs proper soil, water, and sunlight to thrive, our bodies and minds require nourishment, care, and attentiveness. But what happens when a storm rolls in and shakes the tree to its roots? Trauma is much like a storm, leaving impacts that are not just on the surface but resonate deep within, affecting both the mind and the body. The science of trauma. When we talk about trauma, it's essential to realize that it's not just a memory tucked away in our minds. It's something that affects us entirely. Imagine a time when you felt scared or anxious. Your heart might have raced, you might have broken into a sweat, or your stomach might have knotted. These are not just feelings, they are bodily reactions. This is the mind-body connection at play. When something traumatic happens, it sends waves through our entire system, setting off alarms in more ways than one. Our brain, particularly the part called the amygdala, kicks into high gear. It's like a security guard that never sleeps, always on the lookout for danger. When overstimulated, it can cause us to react to shadows as if they were real threats. Trauma lingers in the body. Trauma leaves footprints in our brains, changing how we think, feel, and react. It can also leave footprints in our bodies. Unresolved trauma often shows itself through symptoms like chronic pain, fatigue, or other unexplained physical complaints. Consider someone who, after surviving a car accident, flinches at the sound of squealing brakes or experiences pain that doctors can't easily explain. Their mind remembers the accident, and their body holds on to that memory too, acting as if it's still happening, or at risk of happening. Breaking the cycle. Understanding this connection between mind and body is crucial. Why? Because once we know where trauma hides, we can begin to free ourselves from its grasp. It empowers us to treat not just the psychological wounds, but also the physical ones that trauma leaves behind. Practical example. Let's talk about a person who, during childhood, experienced a significant loss. Growing up, they might feel tightness in their chest, especially in times of loss or when reminded of the past. This reaction is the body holding on to that old trauma, sending messages through the mind-body network that it's still unresolved. By recognizing this, they can begin to take steps to heal both their mind and body. This could involve therapy, meditation, gentle exercises like yoga, or even simply acknowledging and understanding their feelings. The key is to nurture the whole self, much like tending to a tree that's weathered a storm, ensuring it gets sunlight again. Moving forward. The journey to understanding and addressing trauma is not an easy one, but being aware of the mind-body connection is a powerful step. It allows us to be compassionate with ourselves, recognizing that healing is a holistic process. It's about listening to both what our minds and bodies are telling us and responding with kindness and perseverance. As we delve deeper into this book, keep in mind this critical interplay. Each chapter will provide more tools and insights to help you unlock the potential of your mind and body, transforming the storms of trauma into new opportunities for growth and well-being. Let's move ahead with an open heart, ready to embrace the healing journey. Chapter 3. Recognizing the patterns. When we are young, our experiences shape who we are, like a sculptor chiseling away at a block of marble until a statue emerges. Just like a skilled hand can create beauty, difficult experiences in childhood can sometimes mold us into shapes we'd rather not be. Yet understanding these shapes or patterns is the first step in freeing ourselves from them. Discovering the invisible strings. Imagine you are holding a puppet, each string connected to a different part of your life. One string might cause the puppet to pull away when someone tries to get close. Another might drive it to seek attention in ways that aren't always healthy. Childhood trauma acts like a puppeteer we cannot see, subtly pulling the strings that control our emotions, reactions, and decisions. The key to reclaiming control is recognizing which strings belong to the puppet master of the past, and which belong to us, the creators of our future. The pattern of fear and avoidance. Take Emily, for example. Every time she faced a conflict at work, she felt her heart race. Instead of addressing problems directly, she avoided them, fearing confrontation. She realized this mirrored her childhood, where speaking up often led to punishment. Here the pattern was avoidance driven by fear. Once Emily recognized this, she began practicing assertive communication with trusted friends, slowly rewriting her response to conflict. The pattern of seeking validation. Consider Danny, who constantly needed reassurance from his partner. Every unanswered text sent him spiraling into anxiety, worried he wasn't loved. As a child, Danny rarely received praise or affection, leaving him craving validation as an adult. Recognizing this pattern, Danny started affirming his self-worth through daily self-affirmations, gradually building inner security without relying solely on others. The cycle of self-sabotage. Sometimes, people who have experienced childhood trauma may find themselves caught in a cycle of self-sabotage, where they unknowingly set themselves up for failure. Imagine someone who continually abandons projects or relationships just as they're about to succeed. This might stem from a pattern of believing they're not worthy of success, a message they internalized in their youth. To interrupt this cycle, the first step is acknowledgement. By saying, "I notice I tend to pull away when I'm close to success," they open a door to conscious change. Celebrating small victories and acknowledging progress can reinforce the idea that they are worthy, capable, and deserving. Reflection and journaling. One practical way to identify and break free from these unseen strings is through reflection and journaling. Write down moments in your life where you felt strong emotional reactions. Ask yourself, what happened before I felt this way? When have I felt like this in the past? Patterns might start to emerge, like being overly critical, fearful of failure, or desperate for approval. Making the conscious choice to change. Remember, recognizing these patterns doesn't mean they have to define your life forever. By bringing them into the light, you're already transforming them. The next time you feel yourself slipping into an old pattern, pause, take a deep breath, and remind yourself that you have the power to choose a different path. A path towards healing. Identifying patterns is not about blaming yourself or others. It's a path towards healing. It's about understanding that the person you are today has been shaped by experiences, but that you have the potential and the power to reshape that formation into a future full of possibilities. Not determined by the past, but by the choices you make from this moment onward. In recognizing and understanding our patterns, we lay down the first bricks in a path that leads to self-awareness and healing. By acknowledging these parts of ourselves with empathy and care, we begin the journey toward a brighter, self-determined future. Chapter 4. Emotional Agility. Imagine you're on a small boat out in the ocean. One minute the sea is calm and peaceful, and the next, a sudden storm rolls in. Your emotions are like that ocean, constantly changing. Emotional agility is about learning to steer your boat through the waves, instead of getting tossed around by the storm. Understanding emotional agility. Emotional agility isn't about suppressing emotions or pretending to always be happy. It's about being flexible and aware of your emotions, allowing yourself to process them without becoming overwhelmed. When you're emotionally agile, you can recognize your feelings, understand them, and choose how to respond rather than letting emotions dictate your actions. The importance of emotional agility. Being emotionally agile allows you to remain open to life's experiences, even when things get tough. It helps you bounce back from setbacks, approach problems with a fresh perspective, and cultivate healthier relationships. You aren't stuck in one rigid emotional state. Rather, you learn to flow with the ups and downs, responding wisely and with intention. Practical techniques to develop emotional agility. Here are some practical strategies you can practice to enhance your emotional agility. 1. Pause and breathe. Imagine you're in traffic, and suddenly someone cuts you off. Instead of immediately reacting with anger or frustration, try this. Take a deep breath and pause. This simple act gives you a moment to step back and observe your emotions, rather than becoming consumed by them. 2. Label your emotions. Putting a name to what you're feeling can help you gain clarity. When you're upset, take a moment to identify whether it's anger, disappointment, fear, or something else. Labeling helps reduce the intensity of the emotion, making it easier to handle. 3. Challenge your thoughts. Our thoughts heavily influence our emotions. If you find yourself thinking, "This is the worst day ever," stop and challenge that thought. Ask yourself, is it truly the worst or just a challenging moment? This approach helps you see situations more objectively. 4. Practice acceptance. Accept that emotions, like the waves, will come and go. It's okay to feel sad, angry, or scared. These feelings are part of being human. Instead of resisting them, acknowledge and accept them. Recognizing that it's normal to feel will lessen the grip those emotions have on you. 5. Cultivate curiosity. When emotions arise, become curious about them. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Or, what might have triggered this emotion? Curiosity transforms you from a passive experiencer of emotions to an active explorer of your inner world, leading to deeper understanding and growth. 6. Use the power of choice. You have the power to choose your response to emotions. If someone criticizes you, instead of reacting defensively, choose to consider constructive feedback or decide it's not valuable information for you. Empowerment comes from knowing you have a choice. Building emotional agility in daily life. Incorporate these practices into your daily life, beginning with small steps. Start by engaging in a mindful practice each day, such as meditation or journaling. These practices foster awareness, allowing you to reflect upon your emotional experiences. Engage with supportive communities or individuals who encourage emotional expression and offer guidance. These social interactions are valuable sources of learning and growth. Conclusion. Emotional agility is a journey, not a destination. It's a skill you build over time through practice and conscious effort. Every emotion you encounter is an opportunity, an invitation to learn and grow. By embracing your emotions with openness and curiosity, you'll navigate through life's storms with resilience and grace, steering your boat confidently across the oceans of your experience. Chapter 5. Building Resilience. Life often throws challenges our way, and how we respond to these challenges can shape our path forward. This process of bouncing back, learning and growing stronger from adversity is called resilience. Resilience is not about avoiding troubles or pretending that hardships don't exist, but about standing firm and weathering the storm. Understanding resilience. Imagine life as a journey across a wide, unpredictable sea. Sometimes the waters are calm and serene, and at other times storms rage fiercely. Resilience is your ship's ability to remain sturdy and afloat regardless of weather. It's about having confidence that with the right tools and mindset, you can navigate through any storm. The shield of resilience. Picture a tree standing tall in a vast field. Throughout its life it faces winds, rains, and scorching sun, yet it stands resilient. This tree doesn't break because its roots run deep into the earth, providing strength and nourishment. Much like this tree, you can develop a strong inner foundation to face life's tests. Story: The Stonecutter. Once there was a stonecutter named Liam who worked tirelessly each day, chiseling rocks into beautiful shapes. He often dreamt about a life of ease and comfort and envied those who didn't have to work under the sun. One day, feeling particularly worn out, Liam whispered to the rock, "I wish to be strong like you." To his amazement, he became a massive rock, but soon after he felt the cracks forming under the relentless sun, rain, and wind. Fragile in his rocky form, Liam realized that true strength came from adapting to change, not from resisting it. Enlightened, he wished again to become a stonecutter, but with a heart filled with newfound resilience. This time, each strike of his hammer was guided by patience, understanding, and the knowledge that true strength grows from within. Practical strategies to build resilience. 1. Embrace change. Just as the seasons change, life transitions are inevitable. Whether they bring joy or hardships, accepting changes rather than resisting them is key. Create affirmations that acknowledge change, such as, "I am capable of handling whatever comes my way." 2. Build strong connections. Surround yourself with a supportive community. Friends, family, or support groups can provide emotional backing and advice, proving essential in times of trial. Share your thoughts and accept help rather than facing challenges alone. 3. Develop problem-solving skills. When faced with a setback, take a step back and analyze the situation. Write down possible solutions, weighing their pros and cons. By systematically addressing problems, you break them down into manageable parts, fostering resilience. 4. Nurture a growth mindset. Believe that capabilities can be developed through effort and perseverance. When you face difficulty, remind yourself that setbacks are opportunities for learning and growth. 5. Practice self-reflection. Keep a journal where you jot down daily thoughts and experiences. Reflect on what you learned and how you managed the day's challenges. Regular reflection helps you understand your emotions and actions better, strengthening your resilience. Exercise strengthening roots. 1. Write down a challenging experience you faced in the past. 2. Identify the actions and emotions you experienced during that time. 3. Reflect on the lessons you learned and how you can apply them to future challenges. 4. Pinpoint what or who in your life acted as a source of nourishment or strength. These are your roots. 5. Commit to nurturing these roots to support your ongoing resilience journey. Moving forward. Building resilience is a lifelong journey, not a destination. As you sail through life's seas, remember that every storm is an opportunity to fortify your ship. Every setback, in hindsight, becomes a stepping stone toward greater strength. Through resilience, you transform past pain into a powerful force for personal growth and triumph. Together, let us continue to grow, learn, and embrace the invaluable lessons of resilience on this path to healing and empowerment. Chapter 6. Mindfulness and Presence. In our fast-paced world, it is easy to get lost in the never-ending shuffle of thoughts, worries, and to-do lists. We often find ourselves stuck in the past, reliving old memories, or darting into the future, stressing about what is yet to come. This chapter is dedicated to helping you discover the power of living in the moment through mindfulness. Mindfulness is a practice that allows us to be present, aware, and receptive to the here and now without judgment. Understanding mindfulness. Mindfulness is about paying attention on purpose. It's about being fully engaged with what you're doing at any given moment, free from distraction or judgment, and with a soft and open mind. Imagine a child who is fully absorbed in a game, unaware of anything but the joy of play. That's what mindfulness can feel like. Being mindful does not require you to block out other thoughts or feelings. Rather, it teaches you to notice and accept them without letting them overwhelm you. This awareness can be especially calming amid chaos, helping to reduce anxiety and bringing clarity. Simple mindfulness exercises. Here are some exercises to help you start cultivating mindfulness and presence. 1. Mindful breathing. Begin by simply noticing your breath. Find a quiet place and sit comfortably. Close your eyes gently and take a deep breath in through your nose, feeling your chest expand. Slowly exhale through your mouth. Focus on your breathing. Notice the rise and fall of your chest, the sensation of the air entering your nose and leaving your lips. Start with a few minutes daily, gradually increasing the time as you become more comfortable. Example: think of breathing as an anchor in a stormy sea. When your thoughts race ahead or wander back, return focus gently to your breathing. 2. Mindful walking. This exercise is perfect for grounding yourself in the present. Take a walk at a slower pace than usual, paying close attention to the sensations of walking. Notice each foot lifting and touching the ground, and feel the earth under your feet. Be aware of your surroundings, the wind, the sounds, the colors. Example: during a walk, instead of worrying about an upcoming meeting, feel the gentle breeze on your face and listen to the birds singing, allowing these sensations to fill your mind. 3. Body scan. This is a great way to reconnect with your body. Lie down comfortably, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths. Slowly bring your attention to each part of your body, starting from your toes going upwards, and notice any tension or discomfort. Simply acknowledge these feelings without trying to change or judge them. Example: it's like taking an inventory of your body, acknowledging how it feels after a long day, and giving it permission to rest and relax. Benefits of mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness consistently can lead to incredible benefits. It can decrease anxiety, improve focus and concentration, increase self-awareness, and enable you to better manage stress. More than merely improving mental clarity, mindfulness also boosts emotional well-being. allowing you to engage more fully with the joys of life. Integrating mindfulness into daily life. Mindfulness doesn't require long, uninterrupted meditative practices. You can integrate it into your daily routine. Try to be fully present while doing routine activities like brushing your teeth, eating, or grocery shopping. Notice every little detail and sensation associated with the activity. Example: when eating, focus on the texture, flavor, and aroma of each bite. This can transform a simple meal into a delightful experience. Conclusion: mindfulness is a journey, not a destination. By incorporating these practices into your daily life, you take a significant step toward living fully in the present, leading a happier, healthier, and more peaceful life. Remember, mindfully engaging with the present moment allows us to see our thoughts and feelings in a new light, empowering us to respond rather than react impulsively to life's challenges. Let mindfulness transform how you connect with yourself and the world around you. Chapter 7. Healing Relationships. In life, our well-being largely depends on the quality of our relationships. When we grow up with trauma or difficult experiences, we may struggle to form healthy connections with others. However, it is important to remember that building strong, supportive relationships is both possible and essential for healing. In this chapter, we will explore how to nurture these connections through effective communication, setting boundaries, and fostering meaningful bonds. Understanding healthy relationships. Before we dive into tips and techniques, let's briefly touch on what a healthy relationship looks like. Whether it's a friendship, romantic partnership, or family connection, healthy relationships are characterized by mutual respect, trust, honesty, communication, and support. These relationships make us feel secure and valued, allowing us to be ourselves without fear of judgment or rejection. Effective communication. Communication is the cornerstone of any healthy relationship. Here are some strategies to enhance your communication skills. 1. Listen. Actively. Listening is more than just hearing words. It involves understanding the emotions and importance behind what someone is saying. Give your full attention, make eye contact, and acknowledge their feelings. 2. Express yourself clearly. Be honest about your thoughts and feelings. Use I statements like "I feel" or "I think" to take responsibility for your expressions rather than blaming others. 3. Patience and empathy. Understand that everyone has different perspectives. Practice empathy by seeing things from another's viewpoint. This helps bridge gaps and resolve misunderstandings. 4. Open-ended questions. Ask questions that require more than a yes or no response. This encourages deeper conversation and shows your interest in understanding the other person's feelings and experiences. Setting boundaries. Boundaries are necessary for maintaining healthy relationships. They are the limits we set to protect our emotional and physical well-being. Here's how to establish and maintain boundaries. 1. Know your limits. Spend time identifying what makes you uncomfortable and what you value. This self-awareness will guide you in setting appropriate boundaries. 2. Communicate clearly. It's important to express your boundaries clearly without guilt or anger. Use straightforward language to explain what you need and why it matters to you. 3. Be consistent. Consistency in enforcing your boundaries is crucial. If someone crosses your limit, gently remind them of your boundary. Remember, setting boundaries is about respect, not control. 4. Respect others' boundaries. Just as you have your boundaries, others have theirs. Show respect by understanding and honoring the limits that others communicate to you. Fostering meaningful connections. Strengthening relationships involves nurturing a deeper bond and connection. 1. Share experiences. Engage in activities that you both enjoy. Shared experiences create lasting memories and open avenues for bonding. 2. Be supportive. Be there for others during their moments of need. Offer a helping hand or words of encouragement. This shows that you care and are a reliable source of support. 3. Invest time and effort. Relationships require effort to flourish. Devote time to nurture these connections, even when life gets busy. A simple message or call can go a long way. 4. Appreciate and celebrate. Take time to acknowledge the qualities you admire in others. Celebrate their achievements and express gratitude for their presence in your life. Conclusion. Building healthy relationships is an ongoing process that involves patience, practice, and commitment. It requires us to look inward and assess how our past experiences may shape our current interactions. By developing skills in communication, setting boundaries, and fostering connections, we can transform our relationships into sources of healing and strength. Remember, it's never too late to embark on this journey to enrich your life with fulfilling, meaningful relationships. Chapter 8. Self-compassion and care. In the gentle journey of healing and personal growth, one of the most transformative steps involves treating ourselves with the kindness we often reserve for others. Self-compassion is about recognizing our own humanity, with all its imperfections and struggles, and responding with warmth rather than harshness. It's about replacing criticism with understanding and judgment with love. Understanding self-compassion. Self-compassion is like offering a warm hug to your own heart. It means accepting that you are not alone in your imperfections and failures. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone faces hardship. In the same way we show empathy to a friend in distress, we can show it to ourselves. Imagine you bake a cake, but after it's done, it doesn't look the way you expected. You might normally criticize yourself, calling it a failure. But what if instead you acknowledge the effort you put in, the learning opportunity, and tell yourself that it's okay to try again? This is self-compassion in action. Nurturing yourself without guilt. Often people feel guilty about taking time or resources for themselves. They might think, I should be doing something useful, or others need this more than I do. However, caring for oneself is not selfish. In fact, it's essential. If a car runs out of fuel, it cannot continue on its journey no matter how much it's needed. Similarly, you need to refill your own tank regularly. Consider a simple routine of going for a walk each morning. Initially, your mind might tug at you, reminding you of chores, work, or the needs of others. But remember, taking this time isn't about neglecting duties. It's about enhancing your ability to meet them. A peaceful walk can clear your mind, refresh your spirit, and bring clarity to your day. Practical self-care routines. Self-care doesn't need to be elaborate or expensive. It's about what nourishes your soul. Here are a few practices you might find helpful. 1. Morning meditation. Spend 5 minutes in silence or listening to soft music. Focus on your breath, allowing yourself to enter the day gently. 2. Gratitude journal. Each night jot down 3 things you are thankful for. This simple act can shift your mindset from what's lacking to what is abundant. 3. Nature connection. Spend time in a park, a forest, or even your backyard. Nature has an incredible ability to heal and inspire us. 4. Creative expression. Paint, draw, write, sing, or dance. Expressing your creativity can release stress and inject joy into your life. Compassion without judgment. It's important to approach self-compassion without judgment. Allow yourself the grace of sometimes faltering or feeling lost, knowing that each day is a new opportunity to be kind to yourself. If you skip a yoga session or indulge in some comfort food, it's okay. Self-compassion means acknowledging these moments without beating yourself up about them. Engaging in self-care narratives. Think of the person you are becoming as a story you are writing. Each act of self-care and each moment of kindness you extend to yourself is a fresh page upon which you inscribe a narrative of healing and strength. Remember, self-care is the ongoing practice of attending to your needs, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. By embedding these ideas into your life, You are acknowledging your inherent worth and power to transcend past traumas. The ripple effect. As you nurture self-compassion and care, you'll notice a ripple effect in your life. Improved relationships, a better sense of well-being, and a resilient outlook are just some of the benefits. When you are kind to yourself, it becomes easier to extend that kindness outward, creating a heartening cycle of compassion and connection. Conclusion: the heart of healing. Self-compassion and care are at the heart of healing from trauma. By learning to treat yourself with the tenderness and respect you deserve, you begin to transform your entire experience of life. It is in this space of caring for oneself that true resilience is born, setting the stage for a future filled with hope and possibility. You are deserving of your own kindness. Embrace it joyfully and unapologetically. Chapter 9. Finding your voice. In the journey of healing and self-discovery, finding your voice is one of the most empowering steps you can take. Your voice is more than just the sound that comes from your mouth. It's the expression of your true self, your thoughts, and your needs. For many who have experienced trauma, finding and using this voice can feel daunting, but it is a crucial part of moving forward. Recognizing the power within. Every person has a unique voice, a combination of their experiences, dreams, and beliefs. Yet when we've been silenced by fear, rejection, or past harms, tapping into this authentic expression can be challenging. Start by acknowledging the power that lies within you. Understand that your ideas and feelings are valid and deserving of being heard. Imagine a quiet lake. On the surface it seems still, but beneath the water, so much life exists. Your voice is like that underwater world, vibrant and full of potential, even if it hasn't been revealed yet. Recognizing this potential is the first step towards unleashing it. The importance of listening to yourself. Before you can effectively communicate with others, it is critical to listen to yourself. Spend time understanding your emotions and desires. Silent reflection or journaling can be instrumental here. Write down what you care about, what you dream of, and what you need. This practice helps clarify your thoughts and give shape to the voice you wish to project into the world. Imagine you're on a road trip without a map. Before setting out, you'd want to know where you're going. Listening to yourself is the map that guides your voice. It points you to what matters most. Practicing assertiveness. Often, fear of being unheard or rejected keeps us from expressing our true selves. But remember, assertiveness is not being aggressive. It's about being clear and honest about your needs and desires. Think of assertiveness as setting up a tent. You stake your ground gently yet firmly. It creates a space where your thoughts can stand firm, welcoming you and others into a respectful dialogue. Start small. Practice expressing your thoughts in situations that feel safe. You might tell a friend, "I feel anxious about this topic, but I'd really like to share my thoughts with you." Just as small streams merge to form a river, these small steps can build your confidence to speak up in bigger moments. Letting go of the fear of rejection. No one enjoys feeling rejected, but releasing this fear is liberating. Understand that everyone won't always agree with you, and that's okay. Realize that rejection often has more to do with the other's perspectives than your intrinsic worth. When faced with rejection, it's vital to nurture self-compassion, reminding yourself that your voice matters. Think of a musician who performs with heart and soul, valuing the art over applause. Similarly, expressing yourself bravely focuses on sharing what's vital to you, regardless of external validation. Empower through engagement. Engaging authentically opens doors to stronger connections and empowerment. When you share your genuine thoughts and feelings, others will likely appreciate and respect your openness, creating deeper, more meaningful relationships. You become a beacon, inspiring others to explore and express their truths as well. Consider a lighthouse. Its role isn't to quiet the sea, but to guide ships with unwavering light. In the same way, Your authentic voice provides clarity and direction, both for yourself and those you interact with. Embracing your pace. Finding and using your voice is not a race. It's a gentle journey. Respect your own pace and acknowledge each step you take. Celebrate your courage, whether it's speaking up in a meeting or sharing a creative project with friends. Remember, each snowflake falls in its own time, yet together they transform the landscape. Your voice adds beauty and diversity to the world around you. Embrace it, nurture it, and know that it is enough. Let your journey be driven by your inner light, leading you toward a future where your voice is heard and cherished. In this chapter, we've explored the pathways to finding your voice, listening to yourself, practicing assertiveness, releasing the fear of rejection, and engaging authentically. As you build confidence in expressing your true self, you create a life in which your voice is a powerful tool for growth and connection. It's time to honor that voice and let it ring true in the world, knowing that it matters immensely. Chapter 10. Creating a Future Beyond Trauma. As we come to the end of this journey, it's crucial to remind ourselves of a fundamental truth. Our past does not dictate our future. Life, with its ups and downs, can sometimes leave deep marks on us. Yet every day presents us with a canvas, fresh and untouched, where we can paint the life we desire. This chapter is about harnessing the strength within you to craft a bright and fulfilling future, stepping out boldly beyond the shadows of trauma. Embrace the power of setting goals. Imagine standing on the edge of a forest and you see a magnificent mountain in the distance. To reach that mountain, you need a path, a map, and the determination to keep moving forward. Setting goals is like drawing that map. It gives you direction and purpose. Think about what truly matters to you. Is it a career you've always dreamed of? Strong, supportive relationships, inner peace and happiness? Break these dreams into smaller, manageable goals. Celebrate each step you take, no matter how small. Every small victory is progress. Remember, even the tallest mountains are climbed one step at a time. Embrace change as a constant companion. Life is all about change. Seasons change, technology evolves, and we too transform over time. Instead of fearing change, try to embrace it. Understand that change, though sometimes uncomfortable, is a pathway to growth. Take, for instance, how a caterpillar becomes a butterfly. The creature doesn't resist change. It enters the cocoon, knowing that this transformation is essential for it to fly. Likewise, when you find comfort in adaptation, you unlock endless possibilities. Continuously move forward. Creating a future beyond trauma requires persistence and resilience. It entails continuously moving forward, even on days when motivation seems scarce. Picture pushing a heavy wagon up a hill. It might feel like a monumental task, but with every step, you are closer to the top. Recall moments in your past when, against all odds, you achieved something significant. Use those memories as fuel to propel yourself forward. You have overcome before, and you can do it again. Connect with your inner strength. Every one of us holds an incredible reservoir of inner strength and wisdom. Sometimes trauma might cloud our vision, but that strength never disappears. Reconnect with it. Reflect on times when you felt strong, capable, and confident. Consider engaging in practices such as journaling or meditation. These can be powerful tools to tap into your inner strength and gain clarity. Be patient with yourself and trust the process. Just like a river finds its way through obstacles, so can you find your path through challenges. Craft a vision of hopeful possibilities. Finally, envision a future filled with hope and endless possibilities. Imagine the life you want to lead. What does it look like? Feel like? Make it vivid in your mind. Visualizing your ideal future can be a powerful motivator. Remember, no matter where you've been, your past is just a chapter, and you have the pen to write the rest of your story. Choose to fill those pages with hopes, dreams, and love. In summary, creating a future beyond trauma is about courage, vision, and the relentless pursuit of a life filled with meaning. You have the ability to rise beyond your past, to create not just a surviving future, but a thriving one. As you close this book, step forward with conviction, kindness to yourself, and a heart open to all that the future holds. Your journey towards a brighter tomorrow begins today. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for joining us on this inspiring journey. Your desire to grow, to seek wisdom, and to spread positive energy truly makes this world a better place. We are incredibly grateful to have you as part of our community. By tuning into our audiobooks, you are not only enriching your own life, but also contributing to a ripple effect of positivity that can touch countless others. Your commitment to self-growth is both commendable and essential in these times. Remember, the power to change the world begins within each of us. We encourage you to comment below with your top learnings from this book. Let us know what resonated with you the most, and more importantly, which lessons you are planning to implement in your life. By openly declaring the new habits and principles you wish to adopt, you not only create accountability for yourself, but also inspire others in our community to strive for similar growth. Remember, sharing your breakthroughs and goals fosters a supportive network that can help you stay on track. Together we can build an empowering circle of accountability, motivation, and success. Keep shining, keep growing, and continue spreading that incredible positive energy. The world needs it more than ever. Until next time, stay motivated and stay mystical.